This is the meditative moment of my day. I'm half of Northway Games, and the other half is my wife, Sarah. We made a VR game called Fantastic Contraption that did surprisingly well. After we finished up that project, the things in VR that were starting to really excite me were kind of strange art projects more than the game stuff. I'm Colin Northway. When I work, I usually sit at my desk with my headset and hand controllers beside the keyboard. And I'll go between, raise the headset to my head, click around, do stuff, and then go back to running code. In VR, you have a headset and you have two hand controllers. And the goal is to make it seem you're in another world. So to do that, you need to replace a couple of senses. You replace your sense of vision and also your sense of hearing. So you put a headset on, which becomes a window, kind of an electronic window to another world. Currently, I'm working on the MOR, the Museum of Other Realities. It's an art gallery entirely in VR, and it's only for work made specifically for VR. The gallery looks like a typical art gallery, it's got white walls, it's a simple space, but the work we show is different, and one of the reasons is it doesn't have to follow physical rules. In MOR, art pieces don't have to behave like art pieces in a normal gallery. You can touch everything, climb around on stuff, and jump down inside of things. They get huge around you. For example, imagine you have a painting, like a three-dimensional painting, but you can jump down inside it, become the same size as the painting, and get surrounded by huge trees. When you're in the museum, you're a very abstract, geometric person. You actually have a dodecahedron for a head, and then you have kind of a teardrop diamond for a body, and two rectangles for hands. Interactivity in the museum is one of the core concepts. I come from a video games background, and so my definition of interactive is that you can grab things, pull them apart, play with them, or throw them around. But as soon as you have other people in the space, the idea of interactivity kind of changes. You start interacting with things in relation to them. The museum becomes a way for people to play with each other more than the things that are in the museum. It kind of reflects people back onto each other and their friends and their own relationships. Robin and I will meet for coffee or at a pub somewhere for a design session. Robin and I started working on the gallery about a year ago. If we're to separate our roles, I do all the programming, he does all the 3D modeling, but everything else we share. The point of the museum is to drive VR art forward, and so I think there are two important ways to do that. The first is to connect people doing this work together, which I think the museum is doing a good job of. The second thing, to bring a community together and make it grow, is pouring money on top of it. When we go public, we'll have some kind of way of connecting people who enjoy the work to the artist producing it, and we still have to figure out how that's going to work. And so the ultimate goal of the project is to make the VR art world flourish in as large a way as possible. The work people are doing in VR right now is unbelievably strong. The gallery is going really well, we have a ton of stuff to show, people are really excited about it, and it's been a real thrill to work on the project so far for the last year. The most inspiring part of my work is working with the artists and getting to see what they do. The work people are doing is inexpressibly amazing. You have to see it. These artists are going to define the future, and they are already redefining the present. And to be there and see it, to be part of it, is hugely exciting.